What up guys, Rapture City here and welcome to my review of The Darkness 2. The Darkness 2, it came out the same day as Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning did, and it also came out the same day as the other game, which I'll be renting? I've already got it, what's the point of renting it? It'll also be the other game that I'll be reviewing soon. So, as you guys know, the first Darkness was one of the very early first releases to come out on the Xbox 360. It wasn't really well known then. The Xbox was trying to still find its ground as a mainstream console, and it came out roughly about the time the PS3, I think, please don't quote me on this, but I think it came out roughly the time the PS3 was just coming out, so it got overshadowed by quite a few things, and then it got let down. Before you guys criticize me, yes, I have played the first game, and yes, I have finished the first game. I love the first game. It's the main reason why I wanted to play the second one. Just before I get into the full review for it, I am very impressed with the second one, the amount of content that I paid for it. I did pay a little bit more than I would have wanted to, but what I paid for it, I'm very happy with the content I got. So the storyline for the second one, if you guys don't know the story for the first one, you play as a guy called Jackie Estacado. He was part of a mob family in the US, and he inherits this thing called the Darkness, which is basically this dark, pure energy which it uses its host to do its bidding kind of thing. But Jackie is one of the first people to not do its bidding. He can, in a way, control it. So basically, Jackie inherits the darkness at the start of the first game, and he has a hit put on top of his head right at the start by the mob family he works for. So all the mob, every single mob in the city are coming after Jackie Estacado and with his darkness. And at the end of the game, he finds his girlfriend Jenny, who you can see now in the on the screen. He finds his girlfriend Jenny, and she gets killed by the leader, the mob boss, in the first one. So basically, at the end of the first one, you kill the whole mob family. You completely, absolutely, beastly rage quit on everybody, and basically the second game follows on from that. Now the second game is based 2 years after the first one, and the footage that you're going to see in the video is the footage from the demo, but it's recorded off the full game, as you can see, all the cutscenes and stuff. I'm sorry I didn't get extra time to do it. I was trying to keep it under 10 minutes and I slightly went over, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to try and get everything done in this review. So what ends up happening is 2 years later, you're now the head of the mob family in the city, and you see in the bar, as if you have played the demo then you'll know what I'm talking about. You go into a very fancy restaurant, and you go to a table, and all of a sudden this attack starts happening. Now basically the storyline for the second one is the Darkness has Jenny's soul. Basically, she died in the first one, the Darkness took her soul. So, the Darkness is still under control of her. So the second game storyline is you are hunting down this group called the Brotherhood, who are the people who tried to kill you in the demo. You're hunting down the Brotherhood and trying to find out and make them explain why the hell they want the Darkness, and alongside of that, you're trying to help free Jenny. All I can say is the ending for the game completely blew me away. I did not see it coming at all. I think, it's the end, they're just going to finish it off. Whoa, hell no. There's a really good twist at the end. I won't tell you what it is, but all I'll say is just a little hint. There probably will be a Darkness 3, and I really hope they do, because the form that they have in this game is absolutely immense. So, I'll go on to the presentation of the game. The game looks and sounds great. The graphics on the game, they've gone very Borderlands with the graphics now, instead of the first one, which run on the Unreal 3 engine. I mean, in my opinion, the Unreal 3 engine makes everything look a bit plasticky looking. In this, they've gone for the more of the Borderlands look. And to be honest, it matches really well, because if you didn't know, the Darkness series, it's based off the comics of the Darkness. They've been around for a few years now. Absolutely great books. I've read the first 2 volumes, which I got with the limited edition, and I will be reading the rest of them just to catch up on the story. I mean, the only one which I've done that with as well is The Walking Dead. That's completely different. That's a TV show. I don't know what's happening with the game, unfortunately. I would like to know what's happening with the game, so please release that soon. So yeah, the game looks great, and the one thing which really surprised me with the gunplay is the guns feel when you're playing it feel great and they sound amazing. They sound like you're actually holding a gun or dual wielding 2 pistols, and it actually feels like you're going to town with them. You're just absolutely blitzing people. It feels great. The gameplay in general is really good. The gameplay in general, there's not many puzzle sections. It's usually just go from one section to another, from section to another. But what they've done very cleverly is they've done that, but then they've put a lot of story in the bits that you'd usually find a bit boring. Especially sections with Jenny, you learn a lot of the past between Jackie Estacado and Jenny. So if you didn't know what was really going on in the first one, this one explains it very nicely. So I'll go to the good points and bad points about this game. The good points, as I've already said, the game looks amazing and it plays amazing. Some of the set pieces that they have in the game are really good, and you always get that feeling when you're playing through the game that there's something not very right with what you're doing. Yes, you're going after Brotherhood and that kind of thing, but the reason why you're going after the Brotherhood, it feels like your morals for going after them is very different to what Darkness's has. And all I say is that's part of the twist at the end, is that in a way they're trying to protect you and not the Darkness. Let's just say the Darkness has got its fingers in a bit too many pies. Excuse the pun, but so yeah, gameplay is amazing and the game sounds amazing. When you're shooting, as you can see now, there is quite a bulky aim assist when you're shooting. You'll aim down the sight, and most of the time it'll lock on like you just saw there. It'll usually lock on like that, which I didn't mind. I actually quite liked it. It makes the shooting, especially in this section, a lot easier. You'll also see me get an achievement on this because because the aim assist was helping. You also see the dual wield section in this demo as well. The only downside for this game is that, and I may say this, but the actual main campaign is quite short. It's not as long as what I thought it would be, because the first game it took me quite some time to finish. This one it took me I think it was about 6 or 7 hours it took me to finish. So it may take some shorter, it may take some longer, but it's experience which you have in the middle. I'm not really bothered about playtime. The experience that you had in the middle, and the experience that I had during that playtime was great. Lengthwise though, it doesn't end with the campaign. There is a multiplayer section to the game, and it's called Vendetta, and it's basically an extra 4 characters who all have parts of the Darkness with them. So they don't have the Darkness inside them like Jackie does. They have essence of it. So one of them has a sword, one of them has an axe, one of them is a shaman, that kind of thing. They all have relics, that's it. They all have Darkness relics, which you'll get hints of through the campaign when you play through it. If you're after a real multiplayer, this isn't really it. It's mainly just a co-op multiplayer, which I don't particularly mind, but the co-op I have not played yet. The co-op, if I haven't mentioned it yet, you can play both single player and both multi. So if you're like me on Xbox and you have no friends to play with on the Darkness 2, you can go it alone on multiplayer. The leveling up system as well, before the video finishes, the leveling up system on this game is amazing. It always ensures that you know you can get stuff. So when you walk up to one of the leveling up portals through the campaign, it'll tell you how many points you get, and if it shows you your points, it means yes, you can actually buy stuff from the store, which I thought was quite handy, because there was points where I was going up to it and sort of say, why wouldn't it let me? Why wouldn't it show me the amount of points that I've got? And then I'd go in and realise, oh, there's nothing I can purchase in the store. So I quite like that little touch. So overall, I think I'll start wrapping it up from the note now. Overall, I will give the Darkness 2 an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 only because the running time isn't as long as what I've liked it to be, and that's the main thing holding the whole thing back. But I'm glad they finished it where they finished it off. The storytelling is great, the gameplay is great, and it sounds great. It's just that I would have liked more, just a little bit more. Maybe an actual multiplayer mode would have been pretty good, to be honest, where you had like Darkness relics or something like that which you could use. So 8 out of 10 overall. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Definitely give it a go. I think it'll drop down in price pretty damn soon. So if you interested in it, just give it a go. See what you think of it. It's a good blast while it lasts. That's what I'll say. So this is Rapture City signing out. I hope you enjoyed the video. My next review will be coming out in the next couple of days, and I hope you enjoy it, guys. Thank you. See you later, guys.